Yeah, there's a huge delay right now, it's a bit of a challenge to set it. Okay, maybe that'll do it. Yeah, I cannot. Okay, I'll turn the music really low. Should be okay. But the delay is like 20 seconds. It's always very weird to hear myself from TV with such a delay. I didn't change the default settings. I have a new laptop now where I run the Zwift from, so I haven't set up things properly yet. So yeah, I want to do some race today. I would have a VO2 workout today, but I agreed with the coach that I can do a race instead. Preferably it would be actually not this one, but the other, or is it this one? But yeah, that starts too soon. And I think I'll just join this. I don't expect any kind of position, since I know this ends in the horrible hill. I recall at least. So, bit of warm up before it starts. Or is this a different one? I don't remember. Very flat and then 3 dips at the end. 160 meters or so. Yeah, I've been doing workouts regularly with the coach now for 3 months. Now it's the 4th. So I've done, it started with base. I can't even recall what it was, but very basic zone 2 riding and somewhere high zone 2 and such for the first month. Next month was sweet spot. Third month was threshold, critical power and threshold. And now it's with VO2 max. But only one workout so far for the VO2 max was on Tuesday. And a lot of zone 2 riding. Yesterday 3 hours, on Sundays it's always, well, usually 3.5. It's 3 to 4 hours, but I have the workout created for 3.5, so I usually do the workout. My legs are complaining so much after that I decided to call it. I don't have my fans on. 1 second. Where's my Wahoo app? Yeah, I figured out that the heart rate monitor I'm now using, the Frontier X3, 2, something, it doesn't support Ant+, and that's why it cannot connect to the headwind. So the fan would be controlled by heart rate. Let me see, I will move the... Probably it will break the green screen as I move the camera backwards a bit, but yeah, it can't be helped. I haven't figured out what's the best position. I mean, probably virtual green screen would be better in this case. Yeah, you can see in the chart there's a tiny cut. That's where the camera is good. And maybe something on the other side as well, but I don't see that side. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise not much news. As I'm doing the workout, it's quite hard to figure out when to do races. Because I wouldn't want to cut into the workouts. They are pretty effective. And yeah, it is suggested not to do the races on top of the workouts, as it might really burn you out. Yeah, will be brutal race. I haven't raced in so long. And haven't really trained any of the high wattage stuff. I know my sprint has gone down a bit, especially maximum power. But I did make a new 3-minute record during one of the cycling tests. I do such a fitness test once a month to see the results. And the 3-minute one, yeah, in these tests the improvement has been pretty good, but sprint is still behind what I have done, like 15-second sprint, behind what I've done before that test. And same with the 12 minutes. But that's probably the 12 minute is the last part of the test. You're already quite exhausted. And my best 12 minute and 20 and 30 minutes has been easily from the Zwift Academy Ventop race, which starts by just climbing Ventop for 30 minutes. That's where I averaged, I don't know, 3:15 or something. And I have forgotten my trainer difficulty on. I have to shift gears. I guess I'll keep it. I wonder from what rides the previous time there is for me. I'm a minute behind. Maybe this is where I actually tried my did a heat training for the first time. Heat as in temperature. I started with some cocoa or even some D-Pacer bot, but then the genie from B level took over and I decided to catch up. Well, it will show if the wattage goes up. I think it was before the bend here, so when we turned back, before that I decided to catch up with the genie. But now I remember this route, this is gonna be tough. Especially the two hills, there's so little time to rest. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think that this is it. The 6 watts per kilo is where I decided to catch up with the Genie and then start following it. And then I caught up and overshot a little, I guess. So I had to soft pedal for a while. Yeah, heat training is interesting. I have no idea whether I'm getting accurate data from it or not. Because I'm already I'm fully heat acclimated. 100% heat acclimation score. But I don't believe it exactly. I've done one heat training. Everything else is from the regular rides. But the indoors here is quite hot. So I think I'm naturally getting a bit of acclimation no matter what. That's a very low wattage at the top. But yeah, on the flat I don't think I have to push that high voltage to keep up with the Genie. Currently the fan is only at level 2, I will have to max it out for the race. It's 28.3 degrees here. Will definitely heat up still. Yeah, I'll join the queue around 5 minutes to go. I took the beta-alanine before starting and I feel the tingles now. It feels so weird. Like tiny needle pricks. Should help with the lactic acid. But I'm definitely getting hot already. Oh, and I should also change my bike. I'm currently riding the Specialized LA Sprint, I guess. Leveling it up. I think it needs just one more. Like this is the last one, maybe, that I can get a halo once I have the drops. But I'm not sure. I think there's 3 branded bikes. And this is my last one. I did the tarmac already, the new bike. Then I did the regular Specialized LA. And then the LA Sprint, you know. Realize it's much better to do the lowest tier bikes, it's less riding. 10 minutes ago, then I will join. I don't know if I could remember in 5 minutes what bike I should ride. Let's up the... And let me also turn on sound for a while so I can hear how much does the fan muffle my voice.
10 minutes ago that was, I don't know.
timing was like at work. Then we also turn on sound for a while so I can hear how much is the pen of my voice. Okay, I guess it's fine. I started hearing myself from the from the TV in the feedback loop, so good enough. But that's still only level 3. But I have now again NVIDIA Broadcast, what I did in the beginning, in the earlier videos. As the big benefit is that it supports the AI noise filtering. I recall that worked so much better than the filters that you had to configure in OBS. Or I just couldn't figure out how to configure them properly. Yeah, another interesting thing of course is the What Games is now out. I haven't done a stream. Did I record the whole video or not? And maybe I didn't, I was planning to record a video, but that was before it was released, so it would have had to be released in later. But I think that's just when I know, yeah, I was testing it with the, I dragged my desktop here, and I had to run it via the desktop, because the old laptop couldn't run the game. And on the desktop I had not set up the Zwift streams in forever, so I think something was just messed up in the OBS, so I think I gave up. Heart rate is rocketing. Yesterday was a nice Zone 2 ride. I did a 3 hours at over 200 watts. It's generally not that much, but the long rides are not my forte. I think I started having a horrible foot pain towards the end. Like it's actually painful to pedal. But I didn't want to have any brake to keep the average up. So yeah, I just went with it for the 3 hours. Last hour was painful. But yeah, I averaged, I think 140 BPM. Maxing at somewhere 150. Because yeah, I cannot do 3 hours sitting. I had to stand up every once in a while. That always elevates my heart rate. But yeah, I did mix this up with this other ride, where there was just a single climb in the end, and the finish line was at the top of the climb. It's not horribly long climb, 3 to 5 minutes, something like that. But at the end of the race, putting the power to do a 5-minute or 3-minute effort there is quite brutal. Like, yeah, I don't think I'll have any chance in today's ride. I remember these climbs, they were tough. I think last time I averaged somewhere over 3 per kilo for the first 2, or maybe the first one, second one I couldn't, I was so tired. And then the final, again somewhere over 3 per kilo. But that's not enough in the race. I don't think I could do all 3. with like 350, 360 watts. But who knows? I'll do my best. That's a big fear. Especially now that I have trainer difficulty. I'm considering if I should turn it off to focus more on the race, but maybe I can get off. I want to get used to riding the hills in general. On Saturday I will go for an outdoor ride. Not too much climbing. 250 maybe. In 2 hills. So it's not much. I've done more in the interlighted one with 600. But yeah, I could definitely tell that I had now climbed hills in real life. And my bike does not have the biggest range of gears. It's more for crit races and such. So even on the lowest gear, I had to put quite a bit of effort to be able to go forward, not to fall over. Like in Zwift, you can put out 200 watts and still keep moving, because your character doesn't have the balance. But the hills here, some of them were with 200 watts. I would have had trouble balancing. Like the speed would have been less than 5. So I had to put a lot of wattage every once in a while to be able to keep up the speed. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the event. What's up? There we go. One person. I hope more joins. Otherwise this would not cover my evening workout. Yeah, if we got today 7 times 2 minutes VO2 max, where the one was like lower, 350, and the second one was 10. Second minute was like 450. But yeah, in the coaching, I have a lower FTP than what the Zwift reports, and what the Xert has, because the Xert's VO2 workouts, they started to be impossible for me. It estimated my FTP to 330 something. The workouts were insanely heavy. So currently I'm 290 in my coach's plans. That's been low for a while. Too low gear, I cannot. I do have also another new thing I didn't think of. I bought these recovery pants. You know, this air compression. I saw always, like on the Zwift training camp they did, the real life. Did not participate, I watched the videos. I saw that they were using I think they had the Normatec pants. I bought one German brand. And I noticed a difference definitely after a heavy workout. But hard to say the long term. Like, yeah, maybe it helps. Maybe I'm a bit less, my legs are a bit less tired and a bit less fatigued the next day. But it's not like a world changing, so it's really hard to say. But it feels nice. It forces you to recover for a while. That's the main idea. I jump on the sofa, watch something on Netflix for a 30-minute session. Still the only one in here. Let me check on the app. Okay. Yeah. I also changed my phone. I mean, first an older phone and then back to the one I used always. As the screen broke in this for a while, it took over a month to get it repaired. So I had trouble remembering where I have the apps on the phone, like all the folders and such. Okay, I'm only one in, obviously, but I saw 9 signed up still. Second. I mean, yeah, everything still works. I just have a warning in a, that's just OBS just shows it's recording, I guess. The red dot in an app always tells me that there is a notification. I mean, if there's no one in, I will just cancel and do something else, some other race. I don't think the rating alone is meaningful. Or, yeah, I don't know. I could try to take this as a workout then. Oh, at least one more. Yeah, the Tuesday's workout, if I told. I don't remember if I mentioned it. I just 4 times 4 minutes. So the is 4 minutes at 350 or maybe 345 actually. I didn't get the scale was like to 348 based on the algorithm used, so I put it to 345. The coach always recommends to, not go over the recommended level. It's like calculated that you are still within the specific training zone, and that was the super threshold or whatever it is, but not the one after that. Can't recall the names. Yeah, but always 7 minutes rest in between, so here we would have to do such an effort, have less than a minute of rest, or maybe a minute 2 of rest, and then repeat it. That's the brutal part. And actually, I still have time. Let's enjoy an energy boost as well. Might still kick in towards the end of the race. Disgusting things. And neutral is like just sugar paste. But that could not be helped if it's too loud, I mean. 28.5, up by 0.2 degrees. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot day outside and I will heat this up more still. Let's check the audio. Let's check the audio. Yeah. Good enough. I think my racing score had reset to the base level now, which is like 415, I think. I can't recall now whether it's from the 5-minute power or what. But if it's 5 minutes, that also means my training is not pushing for automatically increased racing score. because the test I do every month is 3 minutes. So 15 seconds, 3 minutes, and 12 minutes. So I would have to do an absolutely crazy 3-minute effort that I would break my 5-minute power record. I think the 3-minute I did in the test last time was 444 watts. But that's something I cannot do on a hill. I was dead, like my legs were spinning 50 watts afterwards. It would have to be a hill with a big descent afterwards. Then maybe I needed at least a minute to recover. Seven people. I forgot to change the bike. Just a frame. Wheels are fine. Did I use the AR5? I think so. I know the tarmac is... Let's go tarmac, it's leveled up to maximum. Maybe that was a bit better for the climbs and not big difference on the road. I don't remember. So... yeah, I will not go full gas. I'll just try to stick with the people. I do remember how the starts usually go. But I want to stay in the draft and not burn myself out. I think everyone had the same thought. But my heart rate goes so fast up in the race. I think it's the excitement. Yeah, I let the guy in the front just pull. He seems like a light guy. I mean, for me the tactic should be to break away before the hill. I will not keep up with the small guys. Let's see if I can drop my heart rate to 130. I think everyone is just saving. Yeah, have to be. Maybe I will try for the first time ever. Drop a bit further back and then try to slingshot. But yeah, I think having a feather might still be more important. So I would have to slingshot without the power up for sure. I cannot do it this early. I would have to wait until after the downhill before the climb. Let's play some mind games. I think someone quit already. Or plus one more in group. But I don't see it anymore. I think we see more than 6 on the right side. And he was a while ago, like 6 seconds behind the Specialists? I don't remember the name exactly. That must go. Let's see if we go. Probably not. I'll happily get the crew together. I have the lightning socks now. Can see when I go over at twice the FTP. But yeah, that's way too short for a breakaway. I mean, I don't want to pull like the whole group. That's just pointless. And no one wants to take over. Yeah, someone will. People get bored if the speed is too low. Nah, this is not the Zwift racing I remember. I should be at 170 or 180 constantly, heart rate wise. I think I will burn the draft before the new. Or where did we get the second one? I don't think we get it on every. I actually have no idea. I'm trying to tire people. But yeah, soon I will burn it. Let's see if we get a new one. Yeah. Matsumoto might have fallen. But I know already that hills will destroy me. maybe you do get a power up on each of these segments. At least in the green ones. Paying attention to everyone's numbers. I don't know if there's anyone weak enough here anymore who would be dropped by such breakaway. It has to be long. Like really, 3-4 minutes first. But yeah, in such a big push to make people give up and then keep up still few minutes like above threshold. Of course, before the downhill, if you can get a breakaway that you're alone there, would be reasonably easy to stay away. I really don't know. No one has to take over. And the front breakaways. Yeah, just have to keep the eyes on numbers. It's quite fast and it hits like 6 watts per kilo. If you're too far, you might not have a chance anymore. I don't know if I dare to try. I'll drop the gear. Drop the power. Down. They just went to try to get a feather. But I think the US guy is expecting something. Either he'll do or he'll expect someone to do. I need to be further back for slingshot. I'm not just generating any wattage. Now he's going. Let's keep up. Nope. Or do people just want new PRs? That's actually tricky, you don't see their power when the new PR message shows. Yeah, he wants to continue summon. Once that summon continues, I think. Because now we have a breakaway. If we keep up. I just rather tired other people out. Okay, I can help downhill. But now it's rough for the guy alone. If he's over threshold already. Because two of them they could at least take turns pulling. Hoppla. OBS crashed briefly, or disconnected. But yeah, it would be nicer with a bigger group. I can still easily end up being last. If those guys are small and do a watt more per kilo on the hill. Not far for the hill anymore. Yeah, Protagonist has closed in a bit. Putenia. I have no idea how to pronounce the French names. So I pronounce them the Finnish way. Pronounce every letter. Putekinat. Sounds almost Russian. But yeah, he's catching up. .44 meters. Come on, Carpenter, your turn. Oh, what was the name? Yeah, something Carpenter. But actually, this is the first climb I do remember, but not from this route, literally. But there was some route that ended here then. Yeah, I'll just try to keep up. So let's do just a controlled. Get a little bit of draft. Maybe I'll use the same next climb divider. Oh. That's heavy. The next repeat is so soon. That's the brutal part. Let's get some distance from downhill. And a good speed for that tiny climb. Ooh, too heavy gear. Ooh. Need to recover now. Yeah, no power-ups. And it's a long one. Fucking hell. I cannot. Jesus. There's nothing for the sprint. Could be enough difference. Yeah? But my first one in the new categories. Yeah, no 15-second power here. Didn't have to sprint and yeah, did not feel like doing so fun. Okay, so let's see a bit of stats, and that is it. Up, up, up. Ah, oh, is it new? 6 minute new record. I think the training does help, but yeah. That was quite brutal. If I was chasing or chased at the very end, I probably would have done there a bit better, but yeah. If it came to a sprint, I would have lost. Well, that's the average is low. Very low. This was not a high, really high effort race. Except the climbs, yeah. That's it. Whew. Yeah, won't be checking the Velo. It will update in what hour. I'll try to remember to post a link or something to the YouTube comments or description. But that's it. I don't think I will be racing more than at most once a week. Because yeah, I want to still do these workouts. I think they help. Today's workout just would have been very similar to the, turn off the heart rate monitor, very similar to not this race but the other race. I have to cancel this one because I decided to do it earlier after all. Yeah, this would have had maybe more. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all. And until the next time. I don't have Stream Deck set up either, so I have to close the stream from OBS. Ciao, ciao.